Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it's going to be a debut puzzle today, and I think that's well, I'm not sure what's inspired the title of this puzzle. It's called Number One, and I don't know if that's because it's Dion's first puzzle sent to us, or because it's got the number one as a given digit in it, as a single given digit. It could be that, actually. So looking forward to trying this. Now, do not forget all the extra content on Patreon, puzzle hunts, Sudoku hunts, etc. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Along with our apps and Sven's Sudoku Pad. They're all on the links under the video with the Discord server and the merchandise. Do check it all out. But thank you if you help the channel out at all in any way. And we are very happy to keep bringing you puzzles. And as I say, this came in from Dion Raubenheimer from South Africa. And it's the first time he sent us a puzzle, so it's a debut. It's called Number One. Now, the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits must increase along a thermometer from the bulb end, but they're only 2-cell thermometers. So they're not very helpful, and we're not going to be good lifting them today. Digits divided by an X, so 2 digits in those cells, must sum to a total of 10. Digits divided by a V must sum to a total of 5, and there is a negative constraint so that any 2 cells that sum to 10 that are next to each other have to have an X. So that's very important to note. Do give it a try on the link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Okay, I think in an XV, which is basically what this is, a good thing to do is to put in the 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities on V's. 2 cells that add up to 5 can only use 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's a couple of cells where we can't put in a 1, so opposite them we can't put a 4, and where that 4 has disappeared we can't put a 1 there. So we've restricted some of these down. Now that one's on an X with a 6, 7, or 8. This one is also on an X, but all the possibilities are there. Wow, what else have we got going on here? Oh, okay. Maybe this is about high-low shading. Right, I'm going to try this, and it might not matter, or it might. I'm going to shade 1, 2, 3, and 4 low. Now, in some puzzles, I'll shade 6, 7, 8, and 9 high, but this time I'm going for 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And maybe we'll see why in a moment, because obviously that is one of those. And wasn't there another one? Yeah, there. Now, what I'm thinking as I'm considering this is this column. Now, surely... Oh, maybe I've got this wrong. I was thinking that the higher cells on the thermos, well, they've got to be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. We can't put 2 blues on a thermo because we've already used up 3 blues in the column, and there are only going to be 4. So the higher cell on the thermo is always going to be orange. Opposite an X on an orange, we get a blue. And now we've got all the blues in the column. Yes, that did work. So these are orange. That's higher than an orange, so that's orange. That's 4 orange there. There must be another orange on this one, because each X will have 1 orange and 1 blue. So those 2 are blue. That's blue, opposite an X. There must be a blue on this X, so these other cells in the column are orange. And shading turns out to be quite useful, I think, so far anyway. In fact, 3 blue, there must be another one there. So in this box, those 2 are orange. I don't know, that's a kind of domino of 1 of each, as is... Right, up here, we've got 2 blues there. There's 1 blue here, there's 1 blue there. So these other 2 are orange. That's a domino of 1 of each. something going on with ones as well. Ah, yes, this is a domino here. Even though these are on the bulbs, one is actually high because it's on an X. So one is blue and one is orange. Oh, could those both be blue? Suppose they could with two oranges there. I'm a little confused. Can this be blue? That would make that blue. Those would both be orange and that would be blue. Okay, that doesn't necessarily fix anything. These can both be ones. In fact, they're quite likely to be ones, aren't they? No! Neither of those can be a 1 for this beautiful reason. If there was a 1 there, there'd have to be a 9 there, and you can't put a 9 on a thermo bulb. So those aren't 1s. That's not a 1, because it's not the bulb of a thermo. So 1 is actually confined to one of those two cells. And one of these two... Ah, and maybe that doesn't actually fix anything. Oh, it fixes... Oh, look! Where does 1 go in this column? Well, I don't know, but I do know it's in these 3 cells. Ah, and so where does 1 go in this box? Actually, I didn't need that because I knew it couldn't be here. But I also know it can't be here because, again, that would put a 9 on a bulb. So 1 in this box is in one of these 3 cells. That's not a 1, therefore, and now that must be. And that's a very hard row to hoe to produce 1 digit that doesn't give me anything else. But that was interesting still. It's odd that this can't be a 1. I mean, it's strange that this can't be a 1. Shouldn't use the word odd again. Right, so down here, there is a 1 somewhere here. It's either 1, 4 there or 1, 9 there. Now, 9 can't be in these because it would need a 1. Oh, and remember there's a negative constraint. So 9 can't be here next to the 1. So in this box, 9 is here. So therefore in column 8, where's 9? It's got to be here. We get a 1 there. This is now a 2-3 pair, therefore, as is this down here. And this is a 4, which takes a 1 with it and a 4 there. This is not a 4, so this is another 2-3 pair. And we get the 1 in this box there and a 9 there. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's colour that and that. I still don't... Oh no, one of these is a... Hang on, one of these is a 4 and the other is therefore a 6. Which is strange. I can't colour them, but I know their numbers. So that's high, or at least 5. 4, 6, 9, 2, 3, 1. That can't be a 6, obviously. So 5, 7, and 8 to fill in this box. That can't be a 4. So this is either 2, 8 or 3, 7 up here. One of these is a 5 on the bulb. This one is, it can't be 6, it's 7 or 8 opposite 2 or 3. I've got a 2-3 pair in the final column. So this is a, oh, well, I probably knew that was a 4-6 pair. That can't be 6 or 9 anymore. So these are 5, 7, and 8. That's a triple now. So here we have 2 or 3 and 6. That's using up both 2 or 3s along with that pair. So these are from 5, 7, 8, and 9. Well, that can't be a 9 next to the 1, so 9 is here. that works fine. Now, what about 1 and 9? 1 has to be in one of these cells, and it can't be in that one. Beautiful. 1 can't be in either of those cells because the other one would be a 9, and that's impossible. So 1 is now going to have to be here. We get the 9s, we get another 1. We get a 1 in one of those two cells. 9, 9. Ah, we can place 9 in box 1. It can't be there because of the negative constraint. Oh, and we get a 9 down here on the X. So we've probably finished 1s and 9s. Once we put in those two, I think that's it. They're all done. Okay. Now, this can't be 4, 6. So it's our favourite combination of either 2, 8 or 3, 7. Might as well colour these in now that we've got them. The ones are obviously blue. Still don't know up there. That's one of each. Oh, we've got a 2, 3 pair, so that's the high one. So low is blue, high is orange. There's a 4 here, can't be next to the 1. Oh no, we'd have a V. Yeah, there's a negative constraint, that's right. So 4 goes there. Down here, 4's in one of those two cells using the negative constraint. This is high. Keep having to remember that 5's included in high, which is not normally the way. Now, this cell can't be 1, 2, or 3. So if it's low, it's 4. That is possible, though. Either way, this is high. Somewhere. Come on, what else is going on? Ah, this is pretty. This cell can't be 7 or 8, and that's because of the negative constraint. Say that was 8, then this is 2, and that's 3. This couldn't be 8, but now it can't be 7 because it would be next to 3. So if those two are a match, if this was 7 or 8, those two would be a match. So it's not, it's 5. So now we've got a 7, 8 pair along there. 1, 7, 8, 4, 9. So this is 5 or 6. Can't be 6, it's sitting next to a 4. Oh, I could have worked that out as soon as I got the 5 in. Never mind. This one is 6. Because otherwise it would be there being higher than 7 or 8. So that is 6. And that's 7 or 8. That's, yeah, and then we knew that couldn't match since those two match. That's fine. 5, 4. 9, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 or 8 as well. I expect this is 2, although actually it could be 5 at the moment. It's a nice puzzle, this. Let's keep going. Still don't know if that's 4. I'm still asking myself the same question about it. 4's somewhere here. Now, that can't be a 4 by the negative constraint. Which is interesting. That sort of means that that can't be 6 by the negative constraint, but that doesn't prove where 6 actually is. 4, 6, 9, 1. Looking up here, no. Ah, this can't be 6 by the negative constraint next to 4, so that is, this is 2 or 3. So we'll go blue and orange for those. Now maybe these can't be 6. No, it doesn't help here. I thought it was going to. There was some reason that couldn't be, yes, because 4 is in one of those 3. That couldn't be 6. Now that can't be. I still don't quite know enough there. Right, come on. 2, 3 as a pair. Keep looking at that column and not getting anything from it. Probably because I should be spotting something from it and I'm not managing to. Instinct's often right in these situations. Now, what about this pair? Don't really... 2 and 3 can't be there. So this can be 4 and 6 again. Oh, hang on. Where does 4 go in the central box? Right, it doesn't go there because of that 4, or there because that's high. It doesn't go there either. So 4's in one of these 3 cells. If it's there, it's with a 6 there. If it's there, it's with a 6 there. But it could be here. Wherever it is, it's going to determine which of these is the 6. Just being a bit slow about this. Okay, let's have a look at this 2-3 pair. All these are orange, aren't they? Because we've got the 4 blues in column 3. Interesting, perhaps. Interesting if it leads to something else across. I don't think that it does. We've got 4 in one of those. That does mean, okay, 6 is not in those 2 cells. So 6 is in one of these 2. Now, if 6 was there, this can't be 4. If 6 was there, that also can't be 4. I'm not sure if that's proving anything, because that can still be 4. No, this can't be 4 now, because that would put 6 here, which would put 6 here, which would also put 4 here, and you'd have 2 4s. So that's not 4, they're not 4, that's not 4 by the negative constraint. 4 is now in one of those 2 cells, for definite. And it's also not in those 2 cells by the negative constraint. So it's now in one of those 2, and that fixes it up here. 6 there, 4 there. That 6 needs 7 or 8 to be higher. 2, 3, 2 or 3 and 5 to go in up there. This one, that's beautiful. This can't be 2 or 3, because it would be next to either 7 or 8 and make an X. Whichever one of those is 7 and whichever one is 8 would be next to whichever one of those was 2 or 3. So that's 5, and that's not. And we colour away like a demented Bob Ross. 6, 5, 9, 1. That's not 6 anymore, since we got the 6 at the top of the grid. This is 6. That's going to give us 4. That puts a 4 in one of those 2 cells, keeps 6 out of those 2 cells. So 6 is in one of those. That's not everything. This can't be 2 or 3, but there must be one of those on here. So that's 2 or 3. That's 7 or 8, and this is higher, and it can't be 9. Aha! That looks like the last key we probably need to this puzzle. 6, we've got a 2 and a 5 pair there. This is a 5 to finish the column. Yeah, that looked very important. That's not 7, and this isn't 3, but this also can't be 6 now because of the negative constraint. So we get the 6 there. This is 3. That takes a 7 with it. 8, 7, and I think all the 2, 3, 7s and 8s are unwinding like a beautiful spool of yarn at the moment. We get a 2 there. Actually, we can't. Oh yes, we can do those based on the rows. Top 3 rows all done. 2, 3 there. We've got 6 or 8, 5 or 8. This can't be 8 because it's next to a 2. So one of those is 6. This can't be 8. So this can't be 2. But this also can't be 3, and this can't be 7. And they haven't quite been resolved. 6, 7, 3, 8 next to 2, so no X, we know that it can't be. 2 and 4 are done here. That becomes 7 and 3. We've got a 6 here, 5 or 8 here. That's a little pair that's still to be resolved. This becomes a 4. That can't be next to 6, which is important. Yeah, lovely. This really is coming together now. 7 can't be here next to 3. 5, 7, that's a 4. That's become an 8 next to 2. 6 is looking at that cell now. 5 and 7 are resolved. 5 and 8 there. Looks like we haven't broken the constraint. 2 and 8, 3 and 7. There we go. Let's finish off my colouring just so we can say we've done it. That's the blues, and I think everything else is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 goes in orange. Hope I haven't missed any cells or got any wrong. There we go. That's a really neat puzzle by Diane there. Thank you so much for sending that to us. Entertaining solve, and hope you enjoyed seeing your puzzle on the channel. Do check out everything going on around us if you're interested in Sudoku, but thank you for watching as always, and hope to see you soon. Bye for now.